Alrighty guys, welcome back for part 5, Act 5. But we're actually going to go back to Act 4. I mentioned that we were going to get a mark on hit support gem. So we're going to go talk to Beatrice and Vanja. So what we need to do is purchase this item. You can see cost of Orb of Alchemy. I don't have one. So what we can do is we can change one Orb of Regret for one of these. If you don't have one of these, don't worry. You don't have to get it now. You can get it later. We want the mark on hit. And this is what we want to combo.
Be careful.
We want the mark on hit linked with the sniper's mark. What's going to happen is whenever we hit a rare or unique enemy, it's going to activate this automatically. I don't even have to worry about that. It just does it. It's awesome. But I unfortunately lose out on, I guess I can run, my Siege Ballista can go here. Ideally, I want more sockets in this too. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to put another socket in here. So I'm going to use one of these. And if we quality these up, we'll have like a higher chance. Honestly, these armor scraps are basically like free. Like they're really not something we should worry about. So I can use all of them. They're not really worth that much. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to use our Jeweler's Orbs. And if I hold shift, I can keep on going for, or if I hold shift while I hit right click once and now it's 4. That's the most we can get. Perfect. Just need to do it like that. And now since this, you can see now my helmet can't be used because it's the gem inside. Now this is saying I can't use this because I require a certain amount of strength. This will happen sometimes where it's like, oh, I can't equip this now. I just messed up. How did this happen? This is good that it happened. Now I need to find something that has strength. What you can do, it's really easy. This doesn't offer strength, right? So I just need to find something that has plus to strength. Usually if you go to any of the vendors, they'll have an amulet that has plus to strength, plus to dex, plus to whatever, and you can just equip it for that 1 second because this gives us strength. So as long as I meet the requirements, I'm fine. I can go back to this. But I'm going to keep this amulet in case like that happens again. So that's something that can happen, and it's actually good that it happened, so I can explain it. So now we're good with this. We'll keep this extra strength just in case I want to move certain things around. And now that I have this in here, I mean, technically these can still be put in there. I want to get enough. I still have not enough int for a lot of stuff that I want to upgrade, but we can throw in. Oh, do we have enough room for dash as well somewhere else? I mean, these are okay. If these were linked, that would actually help out a little bit. Because then what I can do is I can run my dash wherever I have dash. So it'll speed up our process. It's kind of a waste of a fuser, but it should work on the first one. Okay, we got it. Good. So I'm going to put in the second wind support. Oh, it requires int. Everything requires int. Maybe we'll get some int soon. But for now, I'm going to throw in Grace here, and then it doesn't really matter. We can throw in Grace Dash here. Linking it didn't really help out. I wanted to put in the second wind with our other skill Dash, but we just don't have the requirements yet. So I'll put Siege Ballista back here, and we were looking for the mark on hit. So we have mark on hit, sniper's mark. That's all we really needed. Siege Ballista is good to go. We don't need vitality. What else did we have here? I wanted to put an ice golem somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna have to unequip this, and I'm gonna have to go back and grab the amulet here. And I'm going to now reroll the colors. Since this gives me armor and evasion, it's a high chance to just... I need 2 greens. Should be a high chance to get 2 greens. There we go. So we'll swap this in and swap it back. Alright, there we go. And so now that this has multiple greens, I can do my gems in here. Specifically the Ice Golem. We have to have int for Ice Golem too. Alright. So it looks like we're going to have to get some Ice Golem stats. We're going to have to get some extra stats somewhere. I guess we could still level this thing up. We can level up the barrage support if we want to, or if we want to level up tornado shot, whatever. We're good for now. Main thing is we just need to get a certain amount of intelligence. So the amount of intelligence that we need 40 int. Oh, we're actually super far behind on intelligence. We need like 30. So if I was to look for something that gives me 30 intelligence, this gives us 20 strength and intelligence. Is there any other nodes? Well, there's one right here that will give us 10 dex, and then we can get the extra 30 int. and that's going to give us a decent amount, and we can unspec out of it later if we want to. There's some nodes over here that are okay if we want to get like blind or onslaught. So, oh, we have a skill point already available. All right, so next level will be at the amount of intelligence required. Now we're going to go back to Act 5 and continue on Act 5. So in Act 5, there's just 2 skill points. Should be a relatively fast act. So now we're going to go through the control blocks. All right. No trial of ascendancies here. I'm wondering how fast we can do this if we just rush through it. Let's see how fast we can get through the act, pretty much. We might do one of those league mechanics because I want to do one of those. You see how the gate was broken? That's what I was talking about before. So I want to summon my golem. We have our... Oh, we don't have precision activated. Oh, does this still give us enough precision? Because the problem is that if I have this activated, this ability will never be able to be activated because it still costs the mana cost. But what's our accuracy? Is 1300? Okay, so we have like 100 over right now. That's something we'll fix. We have what looks like to be some sort of mana issues with reservation, because precision keeps on leveling up, and that one uses more and more mana as it levels up. So we're just going like kind of hugging the left side. Now we get this. We have to return the item, and it will complete this quest. Let's go grab these gauntlets too. Maybe we get an upgrade. Nope. We're looking for that accuracy, but we're about to get a massive stack of accuracy very soon. But the next node will let us use our ice golem, which is a little pet. He's awesome to have, because he will also increase our accuracy. But now we're looking for a little hole in the wall, just like right here. How much do we need for Sanctum? 25 bit. Okay, so we'll also be able to get that one very soon. Sometimes you get stuff, or you modify your item, and you eventually get the thing that you need to actually be able to use it. It's all about like setting up. And I love this mark on hit. Oh, it's so great, because then I don't have to manually cast this. You just cast it for me. But later we'll be able to hit our enemies with elemental weakness. But yeah, just doing that on hit is just, oh my gosh, it's so nice. Eyes of Zeal. This one doesn't really matter. We're only doing In Service to Science and Kitava's Torments. There's the 2 quests that matter in Act 5. Act 5 should be a relatively quickie in terms of objectives. So now we'll go to the Oriath Square. So now we're going to go back into town since I got that little Mias meter. And we also got the Eyes of Zeal. That doesn't really matter too much. It'll give you like a small reward. So I forgot which resistance we need. I'm guessing it was like cold and something else. We can check our resistances. Cold and lightning are the ones that we need. Cold and lightning, okay? And then we'll also go to the other reward. What do I want? I want extra crit strike chance. Not really. It's not going to really help us. Extra evasion. It could be useful. We can get this one or this one. Doesn't really matter too much. We already have an insane amount of evasion rating. So getting extra armor is not a bad idea, because it could just help out with some small extra mitigation. And we will go put this one back on the stash. You could also sell your flasks. Sometimes, like earlier on, if you get a flask that it removes like chill, or it gives you immunity like a corrupted blood, those you can sell for like maybe one chaos orb earlier on, which is great. All attribute, increased rarity, global accuracy. I mean, it's not bad. 16 to all attributes would maybe help out a little bit. Fire and cold. Those runes are cold resist a little bit, but it gives us extra all attributes, which lets us use some gems, but like it's not really that important. Actually, the other one gives us accuracy rating. Which one gives us more accuracy? So this one gives us how much? Because this one gives us %. They're actually pretty much the same. All right. So we gotta take this one to her, and she gives us the skill point quest. There we go, bam. And now we get to put in this intelligence. Later we'll get some items that roll with like plus intelligence, but for now this is totally a-okay. In fact, if I wanted to save, actually no, we need these for this. I was gonna say sometimes you can path out like this one over here, and then I can unspec out of maybe another point somewhere else, but we're good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and increase these ones, and we'll figure out the other stuff later. We're going to do Inspiration in here. I don't have to have this link with Steel Skin, it's just that I want to level it up. And then on top of that, we want to have added lightning damage, leveling up. And on top of that, we want our Ice Golem. Nice. So now we have our Ice Golem. I'm going to put Ice Golem here. And I like to see when this is activating. So I'm going to put the Sniper's Mark over here. And now we will continue. So I'm going to make sure, okay, so it's 46 mana. Alright, now we can still cast our Sniper's Mark. That's all that matters. I'm pretty sure actually we could take out the skill point into like the amount of mana that we recover, because it's just bouncing all the way to full.
My mana is gone.
We'll probably get the plus 20 strength and the intelligence, and I think it gives extra like maximum mana too, which would be nice. But I want to get the extra plus 500 to accuracy first. So now we're gonna go through the Templar Courts and we're gonna fight a boss. That takes forever. He's got like lots of phases. So yeah, this one should be a very fast act. Alright. So where's my actual... Oh, you have to go all the way back to town to do that. Oh. Can you like go back into town? You can't. That's weird. So... Because I have one of those other items that we can put in here. Now, I'm not sure if we can modify these items via, let's see. Oh, it's unmodifiable. It says literally right there. Okay. Well, there we go. So we need to put this in. Cool. And then we can confirm, and then we can select the map. Purple smoke on entry, contains fountain. Offers items on completion. Our binding is like okay, but we'll just start one of these, and we'll do one of these in this act, at least. Just see kind of what the rewards are, but I'm gonna summon a little Ice Golem buddy. Sometimes they'll die really easily, so the Ice Golem just gives us extra accuracy, extra crit, but we're really just there for the accuracy. We lost like a bunch of resolve right there. Oh, are we standing on some degen or something? Okay. Oh, let's open up the caches. I have 85 Aureus. Okay. Next, how many? We have our full room. Okay, let's do all of it. So next room over here, we have the fountain. That's gonna regenerate our HP here. And we have 315 now. I'm not sure how we got increased amount. Maybe that item gave us increased. $218.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Okay, cool. That didn't really cost anything. Unhallowed Amulet? I wish it told us what does Unhallowed Amulet do? Maybe we'll have to learn. Afflicts you with Spiked Shell? Huh. The Merchant offers 50% less choices. Oh, we can actually just dash up to these areas. That's cool. 263 resolve, so that's good. But yeah, you can actually get increased amount of golems too. That's actually a really nice thing. There's an item called the Anima Stone. It can be a fun item. Major treasure reward. Okay, well, major treasure. I'm down. Let's see if we get anything good. It's 46 on the dot for mana cost. Perfect. Wait, if we get this increase, does it increase the mana cost? Okay, it's cool. It stays the same. So the large reward was just more coins? Fountain. I mean, it shows you the rewards. I mean, if it was a bunch of jeweler's orbs, I guess like 50, sure. But even like 10 jeweler's orb at this point is still not bad. Ooh. That. We only took like 4 damage on resolve for that. Just I guess it was an AoE. Oh, we got max resolve. Ooh, we're back at full. Let's go. All right, maybe we're this time we're gonna defeat the boss. Minor treasure reward. I mean, the treasure reward. Oh, this one contains the merchant finally. I mean, we're already max resolve, but like as I go through it, like, we're gonna do this one. I want to see what these rewards are. Because we haven't gotten to a merchant, I think, yet. So when I think minor or major reward, I was thinking more along the lines of not just the resolve, or I'm sorry, not the coins, the Arias coins. I was thinking more along the lines of like actual like currency and stuff rewards. I'm just learning how this mechanic like fully works. Yeah, and this is like good for XP too. We're actually like way over leveled. All right. 700. Okay, now we're at the merchant. I cannot wait to see what we can get with this. Yes. Well, we got a level up point though. What we were doing was we were getting all the extra increased bow. I want this would get massive 15% increased, but I really want this because we get the mastery of getting the 100 to accuracy per green socket on bow, which usually at this point would be at least like 400 extra accuracy. And you also need to keep your accuracy up anyways. It's not just for that one node that we got, because accuracy is your chance to hit. You always want that at like 100%. Like 99 can be okay too. Because if you're not hitting the enemy, it doesn't matter if you have infinite damage. Your chance to hit matters.
My mana is gone.
So you have to factor that in. Unless you're playing spells. Spells just ignore that mechanic completely. Which is one reason why I like playing a caster, and I feel like casters are beginner friendly in that sense. Okay, we can purchase relics. More coins found. So we have 700. Gain 250 inspiration. Okay, so this is like a permanent effect, right? I mean, this has got to be the best thing in the game. Inspiration. What is inspiration?
This should help.
I have no idea what that means, but 50 resolve is great too. More coins found. I mean, 50% more is still pretty big. 50% resolve. They're both really good though. I mean, this. I'm gonna go for this one though. Okay.
It was nice to see you again.
So I don't know how that. I don't even know what inspiration is. Maybe it's something. We'll find out. Oh, we're on the boss now. Yes. All comes down to this. So we've already killed this one. That thing is so fast.
My underling will deal with you.
he's attacking me on that side, so we just melt him. Ooh, okay, drop some boots. Nothing really else.
That would only
I mean,
slow me
there's
down.
no really point, like I said, of grabbing any bow. Because our bow is going to be super, super hard to replace. Unless, like, if it was like a 5 or a 6 link, I would consider it. I mean, that's a decent amount of elemental. That's like 60% right there. And it has some accuracy, but it's not even close. Ooh. Armor scrap. I'll take the Orb of Trance right now. I mean, I think we go for that. Okay. Well, let's go back. So those rewards are like, eh. Oh, do we have enough for the second win now? I think we do. Hold on. Hold on. Remove Grace. We need Dash over here, and then we need second win over here. We could remove the added cold damage and put Grace over here. Okay, now we're good. Nice. Oh, we can actually get another skill point real easy. I can refund a skill point. Because at this point, I want to say we're okay on the mana sustain. Because it just takes so long to regen anyways. I really have more mana. There's a red, green, blue over there. It's okay. You don't have to get every single one if your inventory is like full. Which ours is pretty close to being full. Oh yeah, 22 minutes so far. So yeah, we're going through the Templar Courts, just looking for the next area. Which eventually will come up to a boss. Get the waypoint. And now we're going to do a giant loop. I'm going to skip on the lead mechanic because we already did basically one whole floor. We could get that thing to do more. Okay, this is a mechanic called Delirium. You walk through the little like thing, and it's going to make the monsters more and more difficult. As you make the monsters more difficult by getting rewards, you go deeper and deeper. And how it works is it's basically an area which expands in the exact same shape of a donut. So you want to go as fast as you possibly can. Smart. That guy actually took a long time to kill.
That would only slow me down.
Oh, do we need those? Oh, I kind of wanted this. Oh. No room. Yeah, let's go. Actually, we don't really want this. It has Pierce. Pierce is actually bad. Here's why. I want Chain to activate immediately. So no matter how that rolls, unless I Vault Orb it, which we can show off how a Vault Orb works, it's never usually worth it. Wait, did we start? Oh, we were going upwards and I got confused and I walked all the way back. Okay. Let's keep on going. And if your golem dies, you will have to resummon it. Oh, we got currency as one of the rewards. So how these rewards drop is they all drop at the very end. We'll pull the gems real quick. Yeah, with this you want to go as fast as you possibly can. Ooh, nice. We've got an orb out. So always a nice addition. But basically expands into a giant donut, and then eventually you're going to run out of time. We got one orb of regret. The rest of the stuff, no good. Maybe this way. Oh, Forspoken, that PS4 game. I mean, it looks interesting. I mean, I'll keep my eye out on it. I'm sure it has some like RPG elements. I don't know if it has like a looter element. And I really like that element in games. I was surprised Cyberpunk even has like, you know, an inventory. I think they could have went further with the itemization though. We actually need to go right there. See exactly where we need to go. So what we're doing is we're getting all of this. We'll get this extra crit strike chance later. Right now, crit strike chance doesn't matter because we don't deal crit damage because we have that one node, but things will change as we progress.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
Well, it costs 48 mana now. Okay, as long as we can still mark them, that's all that matters. So the next node we can get that increased like mana int. We're actually pretty okay on strength, but once we remove these boots, which we eventually will, we'll have to make up for the extra like 40 that we're missing, which is basically all of it. So it's already level 97. That is insane. This boss just takes a really long time. He also has like a laser that's a 360. Go spin. A lot of projectiles coming out. If you want to reset your flasks, this is like probably an explanation I should go over. I actually want to check out this item. It's not that great.
Freedom comes.
So we're just gonna get rid of that. These items are, let's see, increased move speed and another. Oh, these are actually pretty decent. The problem is that we lack the amount of intelligence for them, but they can give you a good amount of movement speed. 20. It's like 35%. Accuracy and double resistances. That's actually like really not that bad at all. Cold damage. We're not going to be scaling that. We can't even run that Herald of Thunder that's been sitting there forever. And we're just going to go dump a bunch of items if we need to. My inventory looks a little clogged. I'm just holding control and then I'm just clicking. We don't need shrapnel ballista. We don't need cold damage support. We don't need onslaught. Well, actually, we're gonna drop our helmet at some point. Vitality. I don't need this anymore. If I could level this up, I would. Oh, I can't because I don't have the int. Right. Tornado shot can still be leveled up, but I'll have to do it when we get the chance. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of these because I no longer need them. Get one scroll of wisdom. So if we go back to town, what that allows us to do is the enemy won't have full HP again, but what it does is it gives us the ability to refill our flask. But yeah, the enemy still stays at the exact same amount of HP, so don't worry about like resetting. I know in some games, depending on the boss, I mean, it could have some like regen or something, but that's like more like a yellow than like a campaign boss that we gotta kill. Ooh, got kind of close to dying. He's dead. Okay. And then we go over here, and we go up, And he's going to say, what in damnation did you do? Okay. Alright. And then we're going to go back through the courts. So now that everything's on fire because he's dead, go backwards. It's basically the same tile set as we had when we entered here, but now everything's on fire. Keep on going. And once in a while, feel free to resummon your golem, as it will die. It doesn't have any way to like recover life, unless you put like life on hit or like some sort of regen. Oh, there's a yellow monster. Let's try to kill him. He's tanky. Hopefully we get a better quiver. Save it for later. I don't think it's going to be right here. I think it's going to be to my left. Alright. So now that we're over here, we gotta do another quest. It should be like down. But I think it's gonna make us go all the way around. Grab the thing over here. We're gonna go to the ossuary. We need to find the sign of purity. Woo. Level up. We're 46. Looks like we're gonna have to go all the way around. Get the sign of purity. So we're gonna use this for Kitava. We can talk to the NPCs if we want to. Honestly, it doesn't really matter for the jewel.
For freedom.
We're planning. Good luck out there.
Well, let's do it.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Okay. So we're gonna go back. Oops. So I didn't actually get the recipe. It's not super important, but we can get it, and it basically lets us go back to over here. You can also just TP. Reach the waypoint. Depending on your PC speed, some options are better than others. We've got a bunch of stuff leveling up. Let's level up everything. Oh, we have our extra skill points. So what I'm going to do, and this is the first time we're actually respecking, I'm going to refund this passive over here. I don't really feel like I need it. And then I want to put it into getting this extra mana. So this will help us out a little bit. And then we can get extra strength, which will allow us to put more points to other things later, or upgrade our certain gems. It's a nice little 4-link bow, but man, it's pretty slim if we get a slim chance that we get a really good bow. Oh, we're gonna kill this guy. Just for some achievement a while back. Or do we already kill him? Oh, there he is. Bolt, stone and steel. And he's gone. Alright, the reliquary. So that's what we were looking for. We're looking for the reliquary. inside of the reliquary, what we're looking for is 3 different parts. We're looking for like some hair, a tooth, and a jaw, or something like that. There's the hair. Just the jaw. Just go up for this one. Teleport, yep. Just dash through. Alright, so we got all the parts. Yep, tooth, jaw, everything. We got everything. So now we go take them to the person that wants it, and we get a passive point.
Behind.
And if they have a red, green, blue, you can grab it from here. And
Don't ever give up.
see if we get anything good off this. Some cold damage. No, the stats are really that great. We're going to continue putting our points so we can get that bow mastery for the extra accuracy. So right now, what's our accuracy? Oh, actually, no, it's going to be different because we're going to have to exit town. So I'm going to go back to the ruined square. And this time what we need to do is go down from the waypoint, and then immediately we need to turn up at some point over here. That's the next one. This one's kind of hidden. There we go. Alright, coming towards the end. Time to fight the boss. Let's see, how many rooms do we have? 1. Do we have any of these giving us... Ooh, there is a... items on completion. Oh, so the inspiration is extra, like, health on top of that. That's really good. Oh. Wow, that's like one of the best things ever. These monsters are ridiculously tanky. Like, you see us like one-shotting everything, and then here it's just like, nope. Get a good amount of XP though. Oh shoot! Did we forget to collect the rewards again? I hate that. We've done that thing so many times. All right, we go to the next room then. Ooh, this one has a chaos orb. That's all that matters. All right, this time we're gonna claim the reward. All right, we're not gonna forget. This room had like nothing. Oh yeah, that's all I want. 1 chaos orb right now is like perfect. Alright, we're good. Now what we should start looking for is probably get a 6-link bow at this point. I think we're like, for anywhere from like 3 to 5 chaos orbs, sometimes you can get a 6-link early on for relatively cheap. essence of it. It's been a while since we saw one. Ooh, alterations. Oh, we can't go through that way. We're gonna go through the little side over here.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Let's see if these are any good. Maybe we finally get an upgrade. Have we had these since like Act 2? I think so. Alright, so that banner that we got, we can finally place it down. Let's see if we... Okay, this was terrible. What do we get on this? Extra accuracy, that's good, but that's it. We're looking for like accuracy, life, and some resistances. So an ice wall in there. So how this boss fight works, Kitava, you basically damage him, and then his heart comes out. Careful on this like moon shape right here. So what he'll do his little like hand thing, or throw some AoE sometimes around like the front of him, like that right there. And if you die on him, don't worry. It can be pretty nasty to fight. So now his heart comes out. We hit his heart.
My mana is gone.
He does this little swipe attack where it goes from like basically left to right or right to left. That, he's doing it again. Just stand on one side, you'll be okay. Ooh, now throws his heart out again. This is our opportunity to attack. We got him down about a quarter. Alright, he's coming up. He's in his cool looking form. We didn't actually die there. It's just part of like the actual like story. Get like basically eliminated and get knocked the wind out of you. And now we're going to be returning to Ray class, which is actually going to be the end of this act. However, there's actually a change in Lotus when we go back. So you can see all of our resistances right here. Actually, I think it's right after you kill Kitava. You just get -30 to a bunch of resistances, which it feels kind of unfair, but that's how it works. So now we go back to Act 1, but it's in the future, and it's called Act 6. So it is completely different, though. So basically, we've gone through the campaign. It's not even like another difficulty. There are brand new areas, and some of the areas have changed completely. Like this is Act 1, but it looks a lot different. You'll notice that there's actually an exit over here. It's for a quest if you want to get some extra stuff. But in terms of upgrades, right now, I mean, our helm is pretty meh. The upgrade that I would recommend looking at in terms of helmets is you can look up Star Condra's. I'll actually like kind of list these out. This is since we're only like 40 minutes in this one, and I want about an hour is kind of what I shoot for these play sessions. But some of them will be longer than others. Some have more explanation than others. So we'll explain some stuff that's actually pretty important. Let's just go to the trade website because this way you guys can see how much some of these things can cost. So, going over some items. So we are like level, what are we? 47, okay. So, rats, Nest is a good item. Give you some extra damage and give you more movement speed. So we get extra movement speed, but it's going to give us massive amount of evasion rating. This thing is great, and we just have to be level 55, so that's pretty soon. There's another item called Star Conjas, and like you can get yellow items. It's just these are the items that like they're really easy to get. A lot of people have them. Star Conjas also has a massive amount of evasion rating. This one also gives you increased attack speed, gives you crit strike chance. But it gives you a bunch of life. This one gives you no life. Well, the Rat's Nest. Type in Rat's Nest. Rat's Nest gives you no life, but the difference is with Star Conjas is you gotta be level 60 to run it. So it's not that big of a difference, but it is something to consider. So we could definitely get a way better helmet because. This literally gives us just onslaught, which I like. It gives us movement speed, but if you're feeling like you're taking too much damage, feel free to swap it. But again, movement speed to me is highly valuable, so we're probably going to keep that. As far as the bow goes, we could start looking at 6 links actually. Let me show you guys. So we're looking for a bow. We want to go to links 6, and everything else doesn't really matter too much. Because look, we're like level 56. Okay, here we go. We got a 6th link. A lot of these will be corrupted, but this is where you can start looking at getting an upgrade for the bow department, as we will also be coming up to our 2nd labyrinth, which will actually enable us to get the ricochet, or if you decide to get ricochet, you can get gathering winds or endless munitions. Doesn't really matter, but usually you get these 3 first. Well, technically it's like you get these 6 first because there's one node to get to the bigger node, but usually focal point is the final one that people get. It makes it so you get increased effect of your marks, and you also take 25% less damage from other enemies near your marked enemy. So it only really works on elites. You can manually activate your marks, but it's just not fun. So pretty much it's just for like elites and bosses. Alternatively, if you want to, you can just get Far Shot. If you really want more defenses, you can get Wind Ward, which makes so all these Gale stacks. Well, I mentioned before this gives extra action speed, which is really great. But the thing is that this one doesn't give us extra damage. This gives us extra damage and extra survivability. It's actually pretty good. This one is usually the last one that I get though. But yeah, these are the ones that you want to kind of look at. The optional one, some people like it, is Far Shot. But yeah, we can also look at 6 linked chess pieces. But these are going to be a little bit more expensive. So if I was to go to like a 6 link, I go to body armor, it's probably going to have a bunch of tabula rasas. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there's one for 1 chaos orb. I mean, if I get this for 1, that'd be awesome. More than likely, he's not going to sell it for 1, but we'll see. Sometimes people just like to get rid of something, and you can get good deals. People just like to hook people up. So, and sometimes I do it as well. But on average, at least this is the first day, a 6 link will cost you anywhere from 10 to 20 chaos orbs. It's usually a pretty messed up, corrupted one, or it'll have like some sort of like downside in terms of like just bad stats overall. But you can get 6 links relatively early on. Usually it's done with like just getting a 6 link bow, because you can see the difference in price. This guy's not actually selling it for 1 chaos orb. He might have meant to put 10 or 1 divine orb, but this is not even like the stats on it aren't even that insane. So probably just wanted to put it for 10 chaos orbs. But looking at the other options for upgrades, the bow would be great. Our quiver is absolutely terrible. We should probably look at getting a better quiver. What I would probably look at for a quiver is I would look at getting extra resistances, because we definitely need that now. So our resistances in the department of, what is it, cold and lightning. So we'll look at that. So we'll go to quiver. So type in quiver, cold, res, and lightning, res. And we just put like, I think we have 2 chaos orbs. So we'll try to get one that has the most amount of those resistances in particular. So, and wait, hold on, we're gonna remove this. Okay, yeah, this only gives us lightning resistance and some life. The 3 to 5 fire doesn't really matter. The accuracy is good, but I'm not gonna need it, as the next level up that we get, we're gonna get 500 extra accuracy rating. So it's gonna mitigate this. The extra life would be great too. So if we can get those in particular, that'd be great. Oh wait, this is pseudo. We can do pseudo cold resistance. Okay, there we go. Because pseudo, what that means is that can count like all resistance, if that makes any sense. So if we can get like 20 or 30 on each one, that'd be great. So if I was to type in minimum 20, 20, and then let's also add like life, because that's a good stat too. And let's go like 30 life. Okay, let's see what we got. So we can check out, and we can see if there's any offensive stats. Extra increased damage would be great too. This would be a great area to get an upgrade here. One thing that's important, do not get arrows pierce. You like don't want that. No piercing. And so all of these are like 1 Chaos Orb. Let's actually just put 1 Chaos Orb for our price, so we still have an extra Chaos Orb for whatever, right? A lot of times it comes down to just min-maxing and just checking out things. So if we want to, we can click on like this, and it's going to give us all the total resistance. You can also just do resistances. Not to all, just I think it's pseudo total elemental resistances. And I'm going to put in, oh, this is like that number of elemental resistances. We want to look at plus total resistance. You can put this tag in here too. And what we're going to do with this is I'm just going to type in, like, it doesn't really matter, any number. And then we go to total resistance, and it's going to add both those up. That way we get the best value out of both of them. So this is okay. We've got, this one has all extra fire res too. Do we benefit off of it? Not really. But we don't want this. There's only 19 results. I could scroll through all of these. But to give you some suggestions here, what would be the best? So ideally we would get like this one's okay. If there's any for a cheap amount, like let's see if there's any for like an alch. There's one for 1 alch. Do we even have an alch? Yeah, we do. This way I can keep my Chaos Orbs. That's the big brain play here. So this one gives us extra lightning. It gives us cold, extra projectile speed, 11 damage. Then we can still keep a Chaos Orb for whatever. It gives us extra life too. That's a 59 life. That's, what does this one give us? Okay, that's definitely an upgrade. I'm going to whisper him. Hopefully we can get this for 1 Orb of Alchemy. This would be an absolute steal. Awesome, perfect. Sometimes people like to move off their older gear, so they just sell it cheap and quick because they don't want to be bothered, and I totally get that. So we're going to go ahead and pick up this. Awesome. Thank you. And you can see all the rest were like 1 Chaos Orb. 1 Chaos Orb is about 3 to 4 alchemies. It depends, you know, times fluctuate for currency prices. A great website to check that is PoE.ninja. But now that we got an upgrade on that, we're good to go. Like we have, how much more life do we have? We have another like 50-ish life. That's great. And then on top of that, this, I really like keeping this because there's nothing else that's going to give us 30% movement speed on a chest piece. The next upgrade that we can consider is a pair of gloves. Like, what does this do for us? It gives us literally 50 life and accuracy. I could look at an upgrade with this as well. So right now we're pretty close to max resistance. The helm could definitely be replaced. The amulet could probably be replaced as well. The blind is good, I guess, for survivability as well. But ideally, we could get Karui Ward. That would be like a nice little amulet. I'm going to go ahead and mention that. But I might, about almost an hour in. I'll mention some other upgrades, but as we start like the next part of our playthrough. But yeah, we could probably get some better rings. Ideally on rings, you still want to keep your resistances up. And then you also want to look at getting life. So these, like, this is plus 20 life. Plus 50 life is what's like okay. For 1 Chaos Orb, we could probably get some better rings. And I'll start off the next part with some better rings. But I'll show you guys how we purchase them. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this part. As pretty much now we're going to be going through the axe a lot faster. Part 2 is much faster. As, well, we have a lot more movement speed and stuff. But anyways, thanks for tuning in for this part. If you enjoyed it, drop a like on your way out. It really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys in part 6, Act 6 very soon. Peace.